Hello my friend, welcome to use Focus Athena-Jet DDG printer t-shirt print machine. This video will teach you how to installation, using and maintain for the DDG printer of Athena-Jet. Now let me teach you the function for each spare parts. This is the front view of the machine. When you see at the front, you can see the yellow is the table for moving up and down. This table can be moved up and down, and this is the palette. We provide 3 different sizes of the palette for different sizes of t-shirt. The smallest is 20 times 30, and the middle one is 35 times 40, and the large one is 40 times 50 centimeter. So the table can print with different sizes of t-shirt, as baby t-shirt, normally size t-shirt, and SSL large t-shirt. So this is the palette for the t-shirt. And then we go to the right side of the machine. We can see this is the control panel for each function, where this is the circulation printing, continuous print. That means it's for example, you can print the same image for print 100 to 200 pieces with the same image copies. As there's one picture, you print 100 pieces t-shirt with the same image, so you can press this continuous print. And this is for up, to move the flatbed moving up. And this is the down motion. When press down, the table will move to down. And this is the control panel to show some parameter. And skip position is for skip white position. And this is a test print to the test nozzle check print. And this is the pause to pause job. This is for backward. And this is for forward, to move the flatbed to front, and this for move the flatbed to back. And this is the left, to move the carriage to left, and this is the right, is move the carriage to back to home position. And this is for enter, to set some parameter. And this is the automatic shocking system to prevent the white ink settling. And this is for the white ink circulation, also for prevent the white ink settling. So these 2 knob is for adjust processing system for the white ink. So this is the front right side of the machine. And when we go to the bottom right side, we can see this is the general power switch to power off and power on the machine. 0 means off, 1 means on. And when we open this is the front cover of the machine. When you open the cover, we can see this is the totally we call is the carriage. This is the carriage, and the carriage inside is the print head. The black one is print head, and this is the ink damper for white. This print head for white ink for each damper. One print head with 4 damper, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each print head have 4 cable, left 2 and the right 2. This is the print head cable, and the right side is the color ink print head. The color flow is from left to right is black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. And also the color print head have 4 print head cable, while have 2 cable for left and 2 cable for right. Each cable have up and down mark. So again, this is the print head, damper, ink tuber, print head cable, and inside Inside is the carriage board electronic board. It's carriage board. And when we move, and also we can open the totally cover. Here have the automatic lock it, and we can see when we move out the carriage, we can see this. We call this cap station, and this is the bread. We call it the wiper to wipe the waste ink of the surface of the print head. And it's the cap station for white ink and the cap station for color ink. And also each cap station have the waste ink tube. This tube is for color waste ink tube, and this is for white waste ink tube. And this is also, as we code, is for is named carriage. And inside is the carriage board, electronic board. And here is the belt, and this is the linear rail. And when we go to the right side of the back side, we can see this is the motor, the servo motor for carriage moving. And this is the metal detector board for the right home limit sensor. When we move the carriage back to the home position, we can see this is the home limit sensor, and when it detects, we automatically stop. And here is the serial number of the machine. So if your machine get a problem, you can tell the serial number for our focus company, and we check the problem and check provide support for you. And this is the ink film, transparent ink film, and this is the ink sensor. Here must be sure that ink film must be clean without scratch or ink or waste inside at the surface of the ink film. Must keep it clean without dirty, and must pay attention to that. The ink film must be at the middle of the sensor. Be sure the film not scratch the both side or top side of the sensor, and this is we call ink sensor. So again, must be sure the carriage, when the carriage moving, the sensor will not scratch the film, and the film is stay at the middle of the sensor to be sure it's move freely. And then we go to the left side of the machine, and here is the left limit sensor protector board. And also when we move the carriage to left side, we also can see the carriage will be stops moving when it detected by the metal to prevent the carriage move out of position. Okay, then we go to the back side of the machine. We can see the top is the ink tank for each color: black, cyan, magenta. And the left side, the right side is yellow, white, and backup is for empty. Keep it empty for backup. And also when you go to the bottom of the machine, we can see this is the general power switch, and this is the general power cable. So when you got the machine, first you must be sure the machine is 220 or 110 voltage. And here is the CE label and the machine label for a machine. And here I have marked the model is Athena-Jet, and the power is 2020. And the CE label here. And this is the USB cable. When we go to the back side of the machine, we can see it have both sides of the linear rail, the left one and the right one, to get the flatbed motion. And here is the backward sensor. So if the machine move, the table move to back, it not stop. So you can check this sensor. It's a back beam sensor. Okay, so then we go to the front. Also have one front sensor. Here is the front limit sensor to protect the flatbed move to front, not stop. So this is the front limit sensor. Then we go to the electronic system. When we go to the right side of the machine, we open the window, and we can see here is the waste ink tank. This is for wet ink waste ink tank, wet ink waste ink tuber, and this is the waste ink tank. Inside is the clean pump for wet, and this is the clean pump for color for CMYK totally. These two pump. So when you do the clean job, there's no ink coming out. You can check if this tuber loosen or not, and if you check this, the pump is working or not. And this is the up-down motion ball screw. And this is the motor for up-down motion. This is the up-down motion motor. This is motor for up-down, and this is the motor driver. Motor driver for the up-down motion. So this is the right side of the machine. Then we go to the left side of the machine. Also, we open this window. We can see inside. This is the electronic system of Athena-Jet DTG printer. And this one is the power supply box to transit the power from 220 AC to DC voltage. You have a list of output for each power: 24, 42, and 36. And this is the mainboard of the machine. Here is the optical fiber cable for transit the signal from mainboard to carriage board. And here is the limit sensor for each forward, backward, up-down motion. This is the sensor port for limit sensor. And this is the single port, single cable to connect to here, and this board, this transit board, and this cable is connect with the control panel at the front of the machine. And this is the single cable for X motor, for Y motor, and here is the single cable for the vapor cap station working. And here's the general power port for the mainboard to supply the power. And here is the motor driver for the flatbed forward and backward motion. And here is the relay. These two relay. This two relay is used for up-down motion to change the signal for up and down. And here's the USB port. USB port for print. And here is the wet ink circulation pump. This is the wet ink circulation pump. The tuber is go from the ink tank. It's the ink tank inside. So this is the electronic system of Athena-Jet. And here must pay attention to that this cable have TX and RX mark. If this cable connect with TX on the main board, so another set of this cable must connect with RX on the carriage board. So cannot TX with TX, RX with RX, must TX with RX and RX with TX. So this is the left side of the machine. Okay, then we go to the inside of the machine. Here have two sensors. This is the up limit sensor. It's for send and it's for receive. The sensor inside is for up limit sensor. So when the table moves to when the table moves front and moving up, the table moving up, it will automatically stop to protect the medial scratched print head. So inside is the up limit sensor. Okay, so this is the explanation for each spare part of Inc Athena-Jet. Thank you.